Pedestrian safety is the focus this month in what could be a record-setting year for Oahu, a record people don't want to see broken. KITV4's Paul Drews shows us where these pedestrian deaths are happening.
Oahu's record of pedestrian fatalities could soon be smashed. Already in August, there have been 21 deaths, more than normally occur during an entire year. Are drivers just not stopping for pedestrians?
Some of them no, but mostly they stop if you cross the street.
But that's not always the case. Based on accident data over the past 5 years, 30% of victims were hit along open stretches of roads, while nearly the same number of people have been killed in intersection crosswalks.
So we tell pedestrians to never take it for granted that you're safe in a crosswalk. You know, old rule of thumb was look left and right and then continue crossing. We're noticing a lot of people are just not, they look, but then they don't pay attention halfway across the crosswalk.
Where are the deadliest places for pedestrians? Kalihi-Palama and Waianae. While areas like Hawaii Kai and Wahiawa have the lowest numbers or even 0 fatalities.
If you think that the majority of fatal pedestrian accidents happen when cars are going really fast, you may be surprised to learn that more accidents happen in 25-mile-an-hour speed zones than any other.
So who's to blame for the high number of pedestrian fatalities? Drivers cite inattention as the #1 reason for deadly crashes. But illegal or improper activities are the deadliest contributing factors for those walking. Not all victims were tested, but in those that were, nearly 40% tested positive for alcohol or drugs. Another 21% were jaywalking or crossing the road improperly when they were struck and killed. Which shows walkers should always watch for cars, just as drivers should constantly look out for pedestrians.
Drivers should always be aware of pedestrian behavior. You know, even when the pedestrian is breaking the law, you know, they're jaywalking.
The current stats are grim, but the numbers do show one bright spot. There's been a big push in recent years to reduce the number of elderly pedestrians killed, and only 4 of the victims this year were 65 or older. Paul Drews, KITV4 News.
Data shows deadly pedestrian accidents don't spike on a certain day of the week, but there are peak times. 20% happen during morning rush hour, 5:30 to 9:30, while 30% between 5:30 and 11:30 p.m.